Good morning, good Monday morning. The SPOOs are at big gap up again, 1125.75, much like we saw in the spring before the sell-off. Every Monday we'd have a big gap up. Well, today it's based on the Chinese floating their currency. I don't know if that's really worthwhile, but it will slow down the Chinese economy, which needs to slow down and allow them, the manufacturers themselves of the iPods, to start buying them and also make commodities a little bit more expensive if they do float their currency. That being said, this morning we've got oil shooting up through the moon. Last time China said they would do this, oil rose about 10%. And it's interesting to think that with the billions needed, a 10% move in oil right now would parlay to about a $40 billion increase in oil prices here over the next short term, which would do a lot to pay when you consider Exxon and BP would get about 10% of that each. Would do a lot to clean up the messes out there that are being made by all these spills. So let's see, the Dow futures up 127 overnight. The ES futures are up 1550, 1125.75. Again, looking at a 2-month chart, a 3-month chart, the big congestion zone is right here at 1121, so we're over that. That's the 50% retrace. The 61.8 is 1142.68, and the 78 line is 1172. So this next 50 points is going to be much more labored, I think, than the last, let's call it 90 points from 1137 up to, we've hit 1129, so almost 100 points here. In the last 5 days of trading, we've gone up this much. So I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult here, but again, I think the 1120 to 1140 to 1170 area is a big sell short time, low risk there, and if it gets close over 1175, we're going to go and test that 1210, and you got to respect that. So we're getting into that sell zone, that go zone after a 100-point straight up rally here. Again, the volume was pretty good on Friday or Thursday, but that was options expiration. Other than that, the volume has not been huge. So we'll have to watch and see how it behaves. The euro is up 26 cents, but not really following the SPOOs here this morning. 123.97 actually, well off its high of 124.77 set last night. So we continue to maintain. We pretty much filled that gap to 125, and that could be it for this bounce right now in the euro. 118.74 up to 125. That's a monster move. Any type of pullback that you could get in there, again, the pullback zone on the euro that I'd be looking for to buy would be somewhere in the 121, 122 area. So that's what I'd be looking for in the euro. Nice pullback into that zone would be a good go spot again on that. So that's where we are. I'm going to be watching it here. Again, I've got no position on the SPOOs. We went home flat, watching it, wanting to sell a little bit higher, and waiting for prices to tell us how high they're going to go here. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see 1135, possible 1140 today, but that's going to be tough. Pivot this morning 1122.75. As long as we stay below, the day chart says, the 2-day chart says 1121 is go time to the long side, so we're still looking good there. The 5-day chart says anywhere above 1111 looks good. The 10-day chart says anywhere above 1084 is bullish. So all the 1 week, 2 week charts are all bullish. The 4-week chart says anywhere above 1071 and change. So very bullish charts as we come into Monday. Pullbacks, but we're very, very extended to the upside. We'll see what types of pullbacks we get. It's a trader's market. Enjoy it. Again, look for that 121 to 122 area to be a buy on the euro. Gold this morning is 1263, up $5. Been as high as 1266. We're back to the all assets float together markets. Have a great Monday. Peace. Trade them well.